My hips are facing him, and now I can start going into the side control position. He attacks, hand goes deep around the waist, other one goes deep around his leg. And now, what I'm going to do is I baseball slide, and I make sure it's behind his leg. As soon as that happens, my head stays connected to his chest, and I want to make sure I can still be able to go into a nice strong position, making sure we're chest to chest when that finishes. All right, one more time. Hand goes deep around the waist. I want to control, and now I slide that leg. I'm pulling onto his hip all the way down to the ground while I'm extending and lifting up his leg. Give me that Borosoro. Up. I want to make sure his head is further away from mine. I want to lean his head in the opposite direction instead of bringing it in the direction that he normally finishes Osoto. Arm is deep around the leg, and now I control his hips. And I finish. Full motion now. Just remember, you never want to be able to trap that leg. When you lift up that leg, this could be very dangerous, especially while he's on the supporting leg. So if I can, I want to sit down. So this way, he has to carry my weight. He has no choice but to fall backwards. Now we're going to be working on dealing with Osoto Gari. And dealing with Osoto Gari is one of the first techniques that you learn when you first start doing judo. Now, when you do Osoto, there's a couple of different counters that are there, but when you grab the leg, it kind of gives you a little bit of alleviates the pressure that you're going to be getting on the high leg. All right, so regular Osoto Gari, we take a step, and now we want to start breaking our partner's balance. As I'm taking my step, I'm breaking my partner's balance. And what happens is that I want to start attacking that leg. Now, finishing the Osoto is one thing, but now imagine when you're dealing with somebody that gives you a bad Osoto, and there are a lot of bad ones out there. So they don't have any serious weight. Real Osoto requires you to really put heavy weight behind that leg and create that hopping action sometimes. And sometimes you may get it in one full swoop, but sometimes you might find somebody that has a bad posture. They go into position and they're upright. That makes it very easy for you to attack that supporting leg. So my partner is going to attack that supporting leg. Starts going for the Osoto. His head is up in the air. So now we're going to control that position. We reach between the legs. We control the collar. All right, so this way he doesn't come forward. If he comes forward, we can push from that supporting, we can push off that collar grip. And now what we want to do is put our hips into it, and now we're going to take out that leg. The control that comes from it is from the very beginning. So when we notice that they're getting ready to do the Osoto, we have to be able to intercept that action. So he goes in for his Osoto. I see what's happening. My hands reach in between. I control. And now I'm going to take my step forward. And now my left leg is going to be now clipping his left leg. What I want to aim for is look to make that foot sweep action. In a live situation, there might come a time where you might connect calf to calf. And that is okay because he's going to be up in the air. So I reach up. And I finish. And look, we'll still end up in this position where we can still work into a pass or get in chest to chest and get into our side control. Same situation. He attacks. As soon as we notice that's happening, we reach around. We can even raise the leg up. So this way it doesn't have that weight behind that leg. What we want is to be able to lift up that leg, control that collar, and now when we lift up, I'm gonna start attacking that supporting leg. So it comes up, and I finish. If you land on top, of course, you're gonna feel there's gonna be a major impact. So look to come up. Try it out onto a crash pad, it'll be safer, all right? Be very careful when attempting this technique. So, he goes in, I see what's happening, and now I put my hips into it, and now I lift. This requires an extreme amount of strength, all right? So we're using our hips to bump up forward, so this way we can take out that leg. That explosive motion of using my hips are going to be a big part to this technique. So we get the good lift, and now we take out. You don't want to lift up and carry them too long. All right? Then you're going to be using way too much energy, and your arms are going to be tired, even if you don't get the technique. You want to be able to lift up, take out that leg immediately. So here goes the first attack. 1, I lift. All right, no motion.